surrounding 10 counties, we're 8 out of that 10, so we're way down on the poll as far as straight pay salary. I don't know what the total compensation package comes up to for, I mean, because just looking at pay scale, we're terrible. You know, according to, well, this one also. I mean, here's the straight out of this is what we get paid. And this is what Ernie provided me. You know, that's pretty poor. And I can tell you, as a teacher, I mean, that's my profession. I am a high school teacher, and I'm in here. And it's difficult to live off of that. But that's neither here nor there because I choose that. But these numbers here don't really tell us what the entire compensation package is worth for our employees and how that compensation package stacks up against the region. You know, we made, you know, let's say Louisa, who is number 5, gets, it looks like about $1,000 more a year, but maybe their employment compensation, I mean their fringe benefits are way better than ours. So really, they're getting paid much more than our teachers. Or maybe, you know, just going by straight salary, you really can't say, you know, how we stack up because you're not taking the whole package. I mean, in order to really say that Madison is, you know, because we may be in 10th place because our salaries and our package suck. Or maybe, really, if you take our salary and our package, we might be up in 5th place in the Region 10, or 10 regionals.
Well, Joe, when I look at it, it looks to me like starting salaries, beginning salaries. Madison is ahead of Culpeper, Green, and Orange.
Orange, yes. Yes, I agree.
So that means Madison, little Madison is doing better than these 3 more populous counties.
Straight salary.
Straight salary.
Right, I agree. Well, let me finish what I was just gonna free up it, you know,
Okay,
if I can. My recommendation, and this is strictly my recommendation after looking at this and thinking about it and putting myself in place of a teacher, I think that the number one thing that we have to focus on is not to decrease their paychecks. Okay, is that fair? That whatever it is that we do here, it doesn't decrease a teacher's paycheck.
I would say, Joe, that's what we looked at on our side, what I always call stop the bleeding. So you're looking at VRS and health insurance is what I'm understanding.
Right.
That would be a baseline for me.
Okay, so a baseline is VRS and health insurance. Now, I don't think that anybody in here would just straight up and say, no, you don't deserve any more money as far as compensation. But we can't afford 2%, I don't think. That being said, why do we have to do whole percent jumps? Why is it that we can't make a good faith offer to the staff and teachers of Madison County of 0.5% or 1/4% just to say, we feel you, we love you, you know, but this is what we can do. This is all we can do, but, you know, at least give them that good, you know. I know that if I was just a teacher and I saw that, you know, through the struggles, you know, teachers are pretty smart to know that the economy out there is in the toilet. And so, I mean, they're gonna say, hey, 0.5%, hallelujah. 1/4%, hallelujah. But it's better than a swift kick in the butt.
But Joe, before we make, that's why I was trying to think.
This is my recommendation.
I understand, but before I even want to think about that, that's why I was trying to understand, so how much money do we need to cut out of what we've got here as a potential proposal? I want to understand that before I start thinking about that.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I mean, I agree with you in principle, but I want to know, so how much, and I want to hear from Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if this is the number we've got to work with, let's start doing this prioritizing thing. So
300,000 is 2 cents, you know, kind of cut to the chase, that's what it is. So if the board would agree to 300,000 on top of the 300 rollovers, so the total 600, or looking the other way, taking your 800 and making that 300, so that's a bigger cut from what you have to figure out. That's 2 cents, so the board was 3 cents, and, you know, $150,000 increments, that's what a penny is to the taxpayer, so.
Are you talking about the school budget, or are you talking
School
about the entire county
School
budget?
budget. See, because our budget is essentially balanced right now. So if we gave you the same amount of money as we gave you last year, we're balanced. So anything over what we, you know, anything we give you over what we gave you last year, the only place to get that from is to raise taxes by an equal amount.
And we get $150,000 for every penny we raise.
Right.
I'm one of 5, and I got the school budget identical to what it was last year, and I'm cutting $854,000 out of the county budget. That's just, I'm one of 5, but that's what I've come up with. So the school is actually doing better, and on my side, than what the county is. And that sounds like a whole lot, but if you go through 27 pages, and you cut just a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, when you get to the bottom and add it up, it's $854,000. Which I keep coming back to this, I don't know how we're gonna pay for the $2.5 million we just agreed to borrow in January, and I hear the debt services and all that, but at some point in time, we got to start paying on that. And it might be year after next, it might be, but at some point in time, that becomes real money. And we want to give the rescue squad $150,000 this year, which represents a penny a hundred, and on and on and on. So, you know, I don't see how we're gonna give all this money away, spend all this money without raising, the, real estate tax. And I don't want my hand going out to, tax the citizens anymore this year after what the last thing we gone up, a nickel in 2012, and they said last year was easy, and, you know, I don't know, the money's gotta come from somewhere.
Well, and it is